Here's how knowing about attachment styles can land you the ideal dating partner. Attachment styles really are what dictate your compatibility in a relationship. If you want to make the dating experience the best it possibly can, if you want to have fun, if you want to have love, and you know what? If you want to be able to trust the other person and really lean into that relationship, you have to understand attachment. You need to understand how you connect to other people to give and receive love. And you also need to know how the other person connects to people to give and receive love. Now, there's two distinctions you need to make here. Really quick, what is attachment? It's the way you connect to people to give and receive love, but it's also distinguished by secure, which acts cooperatively with other people and believes other people will act in good faith, and insecure style, broken down into anxious, avoidant, and disorganized, which believes people will act upon them generally unfavorably, so nobody is going to act in good faith. Now, you can see probably already why this is going to dictate a lot of the quality of romantic relationships. If you believe nobody is ever going to act in good faith with you, then your relationships are purely going to be pushing each other's buttons, making each other happy until you're not happy, and then maybe making each other a little unhappy as punishment for the things that those people are doing that is making you unhappy or not fulfilling your needs, even if you're not sharing your needs. And if that's you on your side, number one, you can fix that. Fixing that attachment and understanding it is the first step to making sure your side of the relationship is handled. Because if you're going into it with that feeling of being acted upon, being rejected, being abandoned, being hurt, being mistreated, being the victim, having to stay safe from your partner, or being chaotic back and forth, if that's you in your relationships, you're going to have a miserable time. You're going to have a bad time, to quote the meme. You're going to be very unhappy, because you will never be able to relax. It's you holding the line in your relationships and making the relationships work. If you believe you are the only person in your relationship making it work, that is too much work on your plate, and you're never going to be able to be happy in that. Now, instead, what you can do is switch your attachment, and yes, you can switch your attachment style from that insecure area to a secure area where you learn that you can trust other people. You make the choice to be cooperative. You make the choice to relax into that relationship and tell the other person, I'm going to trust you. I'm going to come at this in good faith. I'm going to do the best I can and believe you will do the best you can on your end too. And if things don't go well, they don't go well, but we will at least work together in good faith. That's your side, and you need to be able to do that. And there's a number of ways to do that, and I've got resources linked down below to show you how to do that, especially my attachment bootcamp course and my coaching. I can show you one-on-one. But your side needs to be fixed because, understandably, if you have broken attachment, you're sending up red flags. You're going to throw up red flags to healthy people who will say, you know, this person is acting like they're the only one in this relationship. This person is pushing all my buttons trying to make me like them, and I'm kind of a little uncomfortable about that. This person is constantly trying to earn my approval. It's a little weird, man. Like, calm down. You don't need to do that. That is nice guy syndrome in dating relationships. And nice girl syndrome, too, of doing nice things for the other person, hoping desperately to earn their approval so they won't leave you. Big problem. Big problem, because healthy people don't want that. And healthy people actually see that as a turn off. So if you're turning off healthy people, the only people you're turning on are the unhealthy people who are looking for people with broken attachment because it matches their own. Fix your attachment first on your side, and you'll be good. Once you've done that, then you can start looking for healthy attachment in other people. So what does that look like? Healthy attachment in other people, and the healthy ideal dating partner you're looking for is somebody who is going to work cooperatively with you. They're going to solve problems with you and believe that you will act in good faith. They aren't just dumping everything out on their first date to see if you're going to abandon them. They're explaining. They're calm. They're asking more questions probably than they are dumping out information. And they're not just sitting there silent as the grave, just staring at you, refusing to open up and share information. They're pretty calm. They're pretty relaxed because they believe you are going to act in good faith. Person with healthy attachment generally will act as though you are going to act in good faith, and they will give you that benefit of the doubt with a reasonable extent. They'll still ask questions and they still want to know some things, but it'll be there. That's how you can start identifying healthy people. They also aren't out to try to win your approval. They aren't performance-based. They're not throwing out grand facts about themselves and how impressive they are and how incredible. And they also aren't pulling back and avoidant and suspicious. If they're overly suspicious, overly approval-seeking, overly cold, overly distant, pushing back, or way too aggressive in the beginning of trying to connect, that very well may mean that they have attachment issues. And once you have fixed your own attachment issues, or at least learned about them, you need to learn about attachment issues to spot really good ones in other people. You learn those red flags and green flags. Then you start looking for them in healthier dating partners. And what happens is you go out and have healthier dating relationships because of that. You can build those dating relationships that actually matter, that improve, that boost, that can last for a long time. Because when you have healthy attachment, everything starts to get better. What do I mean by that? You can work together cooperatively to solve problems. You can converse about the difficulties in the relationship and believe it's going to come out at least okay, or that both people will be able to work in good faith with each other. You can honestly open up and trust the other person not to hurt you arbitrarily just to get something out of you. And that leads to long-term conversations about goals and principles instead of basing everything on fear and now and making it great and covering up problems. Everything becomes about what can we actually accomplish together and is it realistic? Now, which do you think is going to lead to a long-term outcome? A long-term loving marriage, healthier children, healthier grandchildren, no divorce, no affairs. This is why healthy attachment leads to the better outcomes. If you're looking for a healthy dating relationship that leads to a healthy marriage, that is bulletproofed against affairs, bulletproofed against divorce, that has healthy children and healthy grandchildren in it, and leads to a healthier legacy, this is what building a life together looks like. To get there, you need to understand attachment. That's how attachment gets you there. Now, again, what is attachment? It's the way you connect to another human being to give and receive that love. So drop me a comment below, if you would, please. Where are you at with your attachment style? Is it secure? Is it insecure? What's your biggest fear in that relationship if it's insecure? Are you afraid of being abandoned? Afraid of being hurt? I ran a poll recently on my community post on YouTube. It asked, what's your biggest fear? And you know what those were? Fear of rejection. That was the biggest fear here on this channel that people had, that my audience had. The second on that, guess what it was? The second one, most likely, was fear of being misunderstood and probably then being rejected. That often is the case. Fear of being rejected and fear of being misunderstood, which then flows into rejection through misconstrued beliefs. Now, that's big because that's communication. It's trust. It's attachment. It's connecting to other people and knowing in good faith that everybody will work with each other in good faith. Anxious attachment style, though, says you don't deserve to be worked with in good faith. An avoidant attachment style says nobody else is capable of working in good faith. See how those two go together. If you have lived your whole life with anxious attachment style, you may connect with people who have avoidant style, who treat you like you will never act in good faith. So then you have to constantly play games to earn their approval. That leads to really frustrating dating relationships that suck, and friendships and family relationships and everything. Everything starts to suck because nobody is believing that anybody's going to act in good faith and that anyone will stay together. Then it's every individual in a relationship for themselves. And that's terrible. You can't live that way. What a horrible life. This is why the quality of your attachment determines the quality of your relationships, and the quality of your relationships determines the quality of your life. Attachment, life. Attachment is the quality of life. It starts when you're a little baby. Go check out some of my other videos on this channel about how attachment is formed and how it informs the rest of your life. Because attachment is the beginning of your life system. Are you going to be acted upon, or are you going to act cooperatively with other human beings? That's the piece you need to look at. So in your dating relationships, from now on, you need to fix your own attachment. Make sure it's great. Make sure you know people will act in good faith. And if you don't know how to do that, check the link in the description. I've got all kinds of ideas and plans and options to help you fix that attachment. I can even work with you one-on-one to fix that attachment until you are good. If you need that, sign up with me for a session. We'll get it handled. But in your dating relationships, fix your attachment and understand it. Even if it's good, understand attachment with the red and green flags, and then start applying those in your dating relationships. You will find a healthier partner. You will build a relationship with that healthier partner. You will bulletproof that relationship against long-term problems, and you will build together the legacy that you've been wanting to build out. So fix your attachment, understand attachment, look for good attachment, live a better life. Those are your steps. If you want to learn more, please smash that subscribe button. Drop me a comment below answering that question. And you know what? Check out the links below in the description because they're going to show you what you need to find your ideal partner.